one more design problem on monostable multivibrator. So this is the previous examination question. So the question is given like this: design a collector coupled one shot with a gate width of 3 milliseconds using NPN transistors. Here it is given the question one shot. So one shot multivibrator is nothing but a monostable multivibrator. So what is the pulse width given? The pulse width given is, what is the pulse width given? The pulse width is given 3 millisecond pulse. So we have to generate 3 millisecond pulse. So first let us draw the circuit diagram, very simple circuit diagram of monostable multivibrator. Remember that the design process is the same for all problems. So let us take two identical transistors Q1 and Q2. Let us take two resistors, say RC1, RC2. So let us connect the power supply VCC. Let us assume it as 12 volts plus 12 volts. So let us ground the emitters. Connect the output, collector output of Q1 to the base of Q2 and connect resistor here. So RC. So let us take one more resistor here, R1. Let us connect the resistor R2 and the potential or voltage minus VBB. So where we take output, the output is taken at a collector of Q2, where we get a pulse of width tau when negative trigger is applied to the circuit. So now, what is the initial stable state? Since Q1 base is connected to minus VBB, so Q1 is in off state and Q2 will be in on states. So this is the initial stable state. So therefore this is in off state and this is in on state. So therefore the initial stable state, first part you have to write it as the initial stable state. The initial stable state of the circuit. What is the initial stable state? So Q1 is in off condition and Q2 is in on condition, that is in saturation. This is the first point. So because the design parameters are not given, assume the junction voltages of saturated transistor. The junction voltages of saturated transistor, VB is saturation. Generally we assume 0.7 volts base to emitter voltage, and VC is saturation. So VC is saturation is equal to 0.3 volts. Since HFE is not given in this problem, so let us take HFE minimum is equal to 20 or 25. You can take 20 or 25, it doesn't matter. So now IC saturation, take IC saturation is equal to 5 milliamperes. So these are the assumptions we have to take. So now first thing is that so first what we have to find out? We have to find out RC2. Next we calculate R. Next we calculate VBB. Next we calculate R1 and R2. So that is how we proceed to solve this problem. So let us see the first one. What is the first one? The first one is finding RC2. Very simple one, RC2. So therefore let us assume this base to emitter voltage of this transistor is, say, since Q2 is in on conditions, let us say this is VB saturation. Let us say this voltage as VC saturation, collector to emitter voltage as VC saturation. Let us say this current is, say, I2. So this current is divided into IC2 and I2 dash. So this is what we are taking. This current is divided into IC2 and I2 dash. So therefore from the circuit from the circuit, what we can write? I2 is equal to IC2 plus I2 dash. Since I2 dash is the base current for Q1, neglect I2 dash. Since this current is very small, the base current is generally, as you know, that microamperes. So therefore, what is the first step? The first step is, therefore I2 is approximately equal to IC2. So therefore, from which IC2 formula which we have discussed in the previous problems, what is IC2? By simply applying KVL to this loop on transistor, VCC minus VCE saturation by RC2 is equal to IC2. From simple network knowledge, VCC minus VCE saturation by RC2 is equal to IC2. So apply this formula. IC2 is equal to VCC minus VCE saturation by RC2. So from which calculate RC2? RC2 is straightforward. So therefore RC2 is equal to VCC is what is VCC? Just the power supply, we have taken it as assumed as 12 volts minus VCE saturation is 0.3 by IC2. What is IC2? We have assumed 5 milliamperes. So therefore RC2 will come as 2.34 kilo ohms. So let therefore take RC1 is equal to RC2 is equal to 2.34 kilo ohms. So this is the first one. We have calculated RC1 and RC2. So what is the second step? So finding R. What is the second step in this problem? The second step in this problem is finding R. This is also very simple step. So for this what we have to take? So since IC2 is given, we can easily calculate IB2. Because we have straightforward relation between IC2 and IB2. Once you find out IB2, by applying KVL to this loop, we can easily find out value of R. So this is the very simple procedure. So therefore what is IC2? IC2 is equal to HFE minimum into IB2 minimum. So this is the straightforward formula from EDC subject. IC is equal to beta times IB. So therefore what is IB2 minimum? IB2 minimum is equal to IC2. What is 5 into 10 power minus 3 by HFE we have taken it as 25, which will come out as 0.2 milliamperes. So but we have to take the base current is 1.5 times that of IB2 minimum to keep the transistor Q2 in saturation. So sometimes it is directly given in the problem. 1.5 times IB2 is 0.2 milliamperes, so which will come out as 0.3 milliamperes. So this is IB2. So once you find IB2, use the formula, straightforward formula. So therefore what is the straightforward formula? So IB2, so therefore IB2 is equal to what is the formula? Simple formula, VCC minus VB saturation by R. So from which resistor R is equal to VCC minus VB saturation by IB2. So from which we can calculate the resistor value as, what is VCC? 12 volts. VB saturation we have assumed it at 0.7. What is IB2? So 0.3 milliamperes 10 power minus 3. From which the resistor value will come out as 37.66 kilo ohms. So this is the next step we have to do. So the same procedure is applied to a stable multivibrator also, remember that. So now, let us calculate the value of the finding number 3, finding the capacitor value C. How to calculate? From the time period formula. What is the time period formula of monostable multivibrator? So T is equal to 0.693 into RC. So from which I want the capacitor value T. So what is the time period given? 3 into 10 power minus 3, this is the time period of the pulse to be generated. So 0.693 into what is R? 37.66 into 10 cube kilo ohms. So this answer will come out as 0.1149 microfarad. So this is the capacitor value. So therefore the capacitor value is 0.1149 microfarad. This is the next step you have to remember in this problem. Now let us see what is the next step. Next step in this problem is finding VBB. So when finding VBB, remember that the Q2 will be in on condition, so Q1 will be in off condition. So let us assume the node voltage. This node voltage is say VA. Just to draw, let us assume this node voltage as VD or VC2. So let us, since Q2 transistor is on condition, what is this node voltage? VCE saturation. So that is 0.3 volts. So just write only mention this branch VDD, R1, VA and R2 minus VBB branch. So that is what I am mentioning here. So therefore finding what is the next step for finding VBB. Since VBB is not given in the problem, first we have to find out VBB. For this purpose, what is the circuit we have to take? We have to take the circuit as VD. So this is the VD, that is equal to what? VCE saturation. VCE saturation we have assumed it as 0.3 volts. So this is the resistor R1. So this is the resistor R2 which is connected to minus VBB. So this terminal we have assumed it as VA. So this is connected to the base of transistor Q1. What is the status of Q1? This is in off condition. This is in off condition. So this parameter is very important. So we have to assume like this. So when the transistor is in off condition, we have to assume in every problem VBE cutoff. Sometimes it will be given in the problem. So VBE cutoff is equal to minus 1 volt. We have to assume like this. Since it is not given in this problem, when this transistor is in cutoff, VBE cutoff is equal to minus 1 volt. Since this node is directly connected to base to emitter voltage, what is VA? We can say that directly minus 1 volts. So now apply the formula, say I1 dash formula. So what is I1 dash? Since this is open, so therefore since this transistor is open, so off condition this is open, so therefore what is the current from I1 dash formula? Simply I1 dash is equal to, what is the formula? VD plus VBB by, so R1 plus R2. So R1 plus R2. Similarly I1 dash is the formula, because this current is flowing in the same branch, VD minus VA by R1. So VD minus VA by R1. So remember that when VBB is not given, assume R1 is equal to R2. So that is another important point you have to remember. So assume R1 is equal to R2 is equal to, let us say, R dash. So therefore since these two currents are equal, let us equate these two equations. VD plus VBB by, so R1 plus R2, first let us write these two currents equal. So VD minus VA by R1, let us substitute what is VD. So 0.3 plus VBB we want to find out. So R1 plus R2 is 2R dash. So that is equal to, so what is VD? 0.3 plus VA we have assumed to minus 1, minus of minus plus 1 by R dash. So cancel out, cancel R dash and R dash. So 1.3, so therefore 0.3 plus VBB is equal to 2.6, from which this voltage is 2.3 volts. That means the negative power supply we have to take it as 2.3. So let us find out last step in this problem. So last step in this problem, finding what is the last one? R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R dash. So for this what we have to take? I said earlier. So finding R1, R2. So just take Q1 on. and Q2 is in off condition, take this branch VCC, RC2, R1, R2 minus VBB. So that is what we have to take the circuit, which we have discussed in 3 earlier problems. So therefore, I am just drawing the same circuit branch. So this is VCC, so which is equal to plus 12 volts we have taken. So this is the value RC2. So this is the branch R1. So let us take, this is connected to the base of transistor Q1, So what we have assumed, Q1 is in on condition we have assumed. So when Q1 is in on condition, it is saturated. So therefore this is treated as VBE saturation, remember that. So it is connected to R2 and minus VB. This circuit we have to carefully draw. So again, what is the node voltage? The node voltage here is VA. The node voltage here is say VA. So what is VA? Because this node is directly connected to this branch VBE. So what is VBE saturation? We have taken 0.7 volts. What is VA in this problem? 0.7 volts. Let us assume the current up to this branch is say IA. So let us say this current is IB1. So let us take this current as IB. By simply applying KCL to this node IA, we can write IA is equal to IB1 plus IB. So this is the formula you have to write. What is IA? VCC minus VA by R1. So VCC minus VA by R1. So this is the IA. What is IB1? Since both are identical transistors, IB2 we have calculated 0.3. So therefore IB1 also 0.3 plus what is IB? IB in this branch VA plus VBB by R2. So therefore VA plus VBB by R2. So let us substitute the values. So VCC, what is 12 volts minus what is VA? 0.7 by this R1 we have assumed it is R dash plus 0.3 plus what is VA? So VA is 0.7 plus what is VBB? 2.3 by R2 we have assumed it as R dash. So just simplify this. So what is this? 11.3 by R dash. So that is equal to 0.3 plus 3 by R dash. So if you simplify this equation, so this is here this branch IA is VCC minus VA by RC2 plus R1. RC2, just I mention RC2 plus R1. So what is RC2? RC2 is 2.34 plus R dash. So therefore 2.34 plus R dash, just mention this. So if you simplify this, you get the equation as, if you simplify this equation, we get at 0.3 R dash square, 0.3 minus 7.598 R dash plus 7.02 is equal to 0. Since this is a quadratic equation, you can easily calculate the roots from the calculator. So you can easily find out R dash is equal to, we get two values, 24.37 kilo ohms or 0.96 kilo ohms. So remember that always we have to take the highest value we have to take, remember. So therefore R dash is equal to R1 is equal to R2 is equal to 24.37 kilo ohms. So this is the answer for this problem, previous examination question. Thank you.